If Raoul were to catch her, he'd kill her, which he'd certainly do. It wouldn't be a fast death. No. It would be full of pain and suffering. Caddy had known that fact from the start when she'd taken this assignment. This was what she'd signed up for, what she'd agreed to. But it all seemed like a bad idea now. She tapped her finger against the thick wood of his desk as she waited. Why was this taking so long? Caddy didn't have time. At any minute, one of Raoul's henchmen could wander past here. The sweat on her brow thickened. Caddy might be an undercover cop, but that didn't stop the fear from invading her. Her body was reacting to what could be the fight for life, a God-given instinct meant to keep people alive. Her dad always said, only fools deny their fear. Wise men acknowledge they're scared and push forward. She didn't take much advice from her dad, but that was a good nugget to remember. She needed to be wise, and she needed to finish this. The little digital ball continued to spin on the screen as the program tried to work. As she waited, Caddy pulled open a drawer. Nothing. Nothing? Did that mean Raoul kept everything on his computer? She just didn't see him as the type to go totally digital. But he hadn't grown this criminal organization by being a dummy. He might look tough and street-smart on the outside, but inside, that street-gang-clothed body was a highly intelligent man. He had more business sense than Caddy would have ever guessed. That made him even scarier. Finally, the ball stopped spinning. The computer's home screen flashed into view. Caddy released her breath as temporary relief flushed through her. Quickly, she replaced the high-tech device with an actual jump drive. She needed to access Raoul's files and copy them. The information would be illegally obtained. It wouldn't hold up in a court of law. But these files, mixed with Caddy's testimony, would be enough to give the police the evidence they needed to put key members of DH7 behind bars. With DH7 off the streets, the world would be a safer and better place. And, in her own way, Caddy would know she'd been a part of it. Just as she inserted the jump drive, a sound in the other room caught her ear. A door opened. Her pulse jumped. She had no time to get out of here. There weren't even any windows to offer an option. That meant she had to hide. She yanked out the jump drive and jammed it in her pocket, turned the screen off, and stood. As she glanced around the room, a startling realization hit her. There was nowhere to hide. As the footsteps got closer, Caddy ducked beneath the desk. If Raoul returned and came to sit here, she'd be a goner. Please don't let that happen, please. As soon as she uttered the silent prayer, a door opened. Someone had entered the room. Chapter 1. Today's goals. Fix Elsa. Learn how to cook shrimp scampi. Watch the sunset. Cassidy Livingston leaned against one of the thick wooden posts that held her tiny beach cottage high off the sandy ground. After giving Cujo, an adorably sweet golden retriever with an unfortunate name, a pat on the head, she sighed. She never thought she'd get this much enjoyment from doing nothing. Across from her, her neighbor Ty pulled apart her ice cream truck, Elsa. The bright pink truck with the hand-scribbled prices had needed some work for a while, but with the busy summer season, Cassidy hadn't wanted the vehicle to be out of commission for too long. Labor Day weekend had just ended, which meant that tourists here on Lantern Beach would trickle back to their homes and their jobs and bide their time until they could experience another vacation in paradise. Cassidy's throat went dry as she watched Ty, and she took another long sip of her lemonade. Her dad had always been more of an inside person, a filthy rich businessman for that matter. He paid people to do everything for him, except get him dressed. But Ty, he was another breed of man. He was handy, he didn't mind sweat or dirt, and he looked good throughout it all. Really good.